welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about the possible reformation of Zeta and could possibly affect the United States here. And I have a special shout out to someone, and stay tuned to see who it is. Anyway, as we can see, we are going to look at the track here. And hope you guys like my profile picture on my YouTube channel. I made that myself. It was pretty good. Quick Photoshop. But Tropical Depression Zeta here. And it could affect Florida here, which is getting less and less likely. But it is getting more likely for it to go up and hit the Gulf of the United States. They have had a rough year today. This year. And it's going to be rough again. With possibly even a depression at landfall, it's still something that could drop a little bit of rain, and has dropped over 40 inches here in Honduras, which is a lot of rain, and 19 deaths and counting, I believe. And yeah, let's go ahead and check on the latest watches and warnings from the NHC here. And we are looking at this tropical storm watch, and probably going to be a tropical storm warning for Cuba, the southwestern coast and the southeastern coast, and the island will probably most likely have a tropical storm warning. I don't believe there will be a hurricane warning, but it's not out of the range of possibilities yet, but it is very unlikely. Now, we can see the shear here. And yeah, as we can see here, some pretty large amounts of shear with 80 here, 80 miles an hour here. But where it is, it could develop, but it's going to overcome that shear and weaken more in there. But if we can look at the vorticity, let's go ahead and do that. So here's the vorticity here, and is there anything to watch? Not really. Some subtropical things, pieces of energy from fronts that come across the Atlantic. These fronts here, like that. Now, this low pressure system was updated a few hours ago, but its energy is pretty sloppy right now, and its low-level center is dying off. But yeah, let me go ahead and tell you about our honorable mention. And we have a person I want to shout out, which is my friend Max. He now has a YouTube channel. I'll do it in the pinned comment below and the link in the description. Go press on that and go ahead and subscribe to him. He needs it, and I'm giving him a boost here, so please do it. And yeah, that would really help him a lot, and I would definitely like to help him a lot. Now, let's go ahead and check the satellite imagery, and there is some convection blowing up on the eastern side, but it is now blowing up over the center once again, which is now right here, the center. And convection blowing up near the center. Recently, some convection on the eastern side, almost looking like it could be banding around, but it's a little bit torn apart. Mid-levels look pretty good, but low-level center circulation doesn't look too good. We don't see much circulation in the system. Maybe the outer peripheries, but it's really been crushed over these mountains here and the terrain. And a lot of damage. I expect a lot of deaths, at least 30 deaths. 30 to 40 deaths, maybe even more, possibly. Over 100 deaths, some people are saying. And it's just dumped so much rain. And I'm so worried for Honduras. I don't know any funding sites yet, but I'll have to put them in the link in the description if I find any. Now, we can see convective bursts here. And let's go ahead and move on to some of the models here. And I don't think I would be using the pivotal weather, but we'll have to see about that. HWARF here, Ada. Let's go ahead and see what HWARF does with it. This is the 18Z, I think. Yes, the 18Z. Full hours. I waited for this. But we can see we have some banding here. Let's look at that. So this is around, this is, what hour is this? Am I really? So this is hour, okay, this is hour 33, so hour 36 here. And we have some banding, but we have a big dry air socket here. And that's going to be a big thing no words today, not helping the system, but it is trying to get this over there, which it can't because all that dry air is getting entrained in the system, and it's possibly getting entrained in the center itself. Now, see, if a hurricane or tropical storm keeps its core together, it should still strengthen or stay the same. But you can see that dry air is still a problem, even though it nears Cuba. It becomes less of the problem, but still a big problem for the system, not allowing to strengthen much more than 990, 988, which HRF hasn't making landfall at 933, but it could have a chance to get below this here in Bahamas area when we do this. Still dry air coming in here, but much less moisture. You can see right here, much less dry air, but it's still getting entrained in the system. And let's put it out more, and makes landfall around 989 in Florida. Definitely dry air, not much of a problem. Still some dry air sockets, but I think that could be just sheer. I think it is just sheer. But sorry, that was my phone. I'm gonna have to put you on vibrate. Okay, I'm gonna put you on vibrate. Vibrate. Okay. Now, so we are gonna. Sorry about that, but we are gonna move it out a little bit more. See what happens when it comes out, and you can see that circulation really starting to die out, being sheared in the southeast side there and the south side. This shear is going to be also a huge problem for the system, and it just really fizzles off, I should say. Like this storm, this is like Marco. Nothing. It's the circulation, low-level circulation's right here, but the mid-level circulation's right here. It isn't stacked perfectly in layers like it should be to make a strong storm. Now, let's check the GFS, and let me zoom out on this one. But so 18Z here, and let's go ahead and move that to North Atlantic. And if we move it out a little bit, we can see it really has it just not strengthening till I think around this area 1,000 millibars, which is a pretty weak system coming off of Honduras, which we expected, me and Max, pretty good friends now. Go check that pinned comment in the comments below and check the description. His channel link is there. Go subscribe to him. You should definitely. But as we can see, if we go ahead and move it out more, 995 gonna make landfall in Cuba. I believe 994. Yeah, and then makes landfall in Florida at 984, and then comes out, goes around the Gulf, and really starts fizzling out, like the HR said. So I think it's gonna fizzle out because of the trend. Don't go off of one model, go off the trend. That is the best way to do it. Even though I thought Ada would be a Category 5, which is a very good thing that it did not. A very good thing. I'm so thankful for them for not getting a Category 5, 140 instead of the 160 and 165 they're supposed to get. They are pretty lucky, but pretty not lucky for that eyewall replacement cycle, which made it much bigger, but then it failed over land. So, they are not lucky because of the amount of rain they have gotten, but actually for the GFS, and anything coming up, maybe something in the tropics becoming subtropical. We'll have to see. We don't know, but really nothing else. Something in the Caribbean starting to swirl up there, but nothing yet in model, and that's very far out. ECMWF long range, and yeah, this is up to date. 12Z. Let's go to the Gulf. That's the best place to go. And we can see that it has coming through here. 992, 992. And ECMWF gets it a little bit stronger than some other models. But 987, 981, 982. It's really dealing with that dry air and shear, but in the ECMWF model, European model, it is overcoming that. This is a little far out, but still, it's going to be a slow-moving system. So either way, it's going to cause a lot of rain. Prepare in the Gulf. Please do. That would be the best thing to do, even though it has it weakening significantly before landfall. It's a very slow-moving system. You can see this distance in about 204 hours. So it is pretty slow moving, not to say any less, and then some fronts moving through here, which could cause more rain. So, that is really it, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.